is Miss Willow again, and welcome to another Hytale video. Today, I am playing on my FarrenVale server, which follows my FarrenVale Fantasy mod, which you can find on CurseForge. It adds a whole bunch of new creatures that are mythical, like the Grass Fiend and Frost Fiend dragons that you'll find, and some birch and mottled grifflings, which are little griffins you can ride. It also adds some stuff currently, like little mealworms and mealy drakes, a dragon descendant of mealworms, and it's gonna be a big work in progress, adding a lot of different things over time. And the server I have right here, I am currently working on improving very, very quickly in a lot of different aspects, one of which is to get the server into a public state, and right now there's a handful of people who I trust to play it right now. But without further ado, there is a whole story map area, and there is also a faraway land for survival gameplay, or adventure gameplay, where players, including myself, will go and build houses. Oh my gosh! This guy! One-shotted. So, you can explore the story area, but you can also bring resources back and play the actual game like Hytale. But there is a lot to this little world, and I'm gonna just play around in adventure mode like everybody else would be today. And I'm just gonna pick some apples, apples, lovely apples. I want this to be eventually just such a gigantic server. It takes me a lot to think through how everything's gonna work, but right now I'm just taking slow steps. Where exactly am I gonna go back home? I think I'm in the complete opposite direction, but you'll see some neat little things around from the FarrenVale mod, such as that's a mealy drake up there. They are a flying dragon, so you're not gonna get to reach them very easily, but they do drop mealworm eggs as part of their lore based off of the mealworm insects. But soon I will be adding much more farming mechanics related to the bugs. Here we are. I'm just gonna... Oh my goodness, my stamina is suffering so bad today. But I'm gonna go back into the town of FarrenVale and go through the community portal and take a little peek at what my house looks like. There's a little bit of updates I would like to share with you guys on the house that I am working on. Oh, there's a Grass Fiend right there. I did make them a little hostile, so if you provoke them, they'll fight back, but right now they just kind of seem a little scared. Hello, Frost Fiend, or not Frost Fiend, that's your, that's your relative, got him. But eventually he's gonna have a lot more related to him. I did make the Grass Fiends and a lot of the creatures, all of the creatures actually, very early on, and there's a lot more to learn with the NPC roles when it comes to modding the game. So I do have bigger plans once my modding capabilities expand. That's gonna be incredibly exciting. I am amateur, so it takes me a long time to learn the same things as a lot of people who do know very, very much about the game itself and the modding, so I'm a little slow on some stuff, but that will never ever stop me from wanting to learn more. So, while I do have some very basic creatures in FarrenVale right now, it is a goal of mine to eventually make them much more sophisticated and more unique. Hopefully, one of the big things I want to learn is figuring out how to make an animal, a custom creature that is based off of livestock or a horse, so you can ride it, also able to fly like a bird, but those seem to come from very different codes, and it's, for whatever reason, I'm having the hardest time putting them together as a creature that can walk, can be ridden, but also switches over to flying here and there. But I am sure eventually I will figure out the resources, or someone will be able to help in that manner. Alrighty, here through the portal. Woohoo! Let's do this. I changed around the community square. This is where you spawn in the community island. So this is where people can claim some land. There's my home down there, and other people have claimed some land there. There's a big red border around everything that right now people are allowed to, you know, treat as Hytale. Like building, breaking, and collecting resources and stuff. It does have its own rules here. It's very mouthy, but that's because, you know, I really want people to respect very, very truly what this world has to offer and the beauty of it. But yeah, I moved over a little bit, so the community square used to be way over there on the map. I did have somebody wanting to build a home right here, and I thought it would be a lot more fair to everybody if I, early on, uproot the board and move it over here so that I can claim a lot more space around where people are able to start building. So that'll allow a nice buffer zone where no one can build. There is kind of like a immersion of the story of FarrenVale and the theme, like the medieval theme, before people could venture out and start building their own little bases and stuff. So I figured that would be both fair to the idea of the FarrenVale server, but also to the players who have already started getting excited about that area. I wouldn't want to have claimed land like directly next to where they're wanting to make something. I'm trying very hard to make sure that the server is fun for everybody, and I can be the most fair admin that I'm able to. And as far as which I am loving this server myself so much that I want this to be a wonderful place where even as admin I can switch over. Sorry about some of the floating trees. The forest brush seems a little bugged, or at least I would immediately jump to the assumption that I just don't know how to use it correctly. But I have to fix those. But, yeah, I'm also loving it so much, the server, that is, that I'm loving to make this my main right now, or if not, one of my main adventure series myself. This was where the community square was, but I had a community member right here building right up against the border I had made, and I felt really bad because, you know, they built their base there right as I was switching from one claim mod to another. So in that small time period where I didn't have any claimed land for the board here, which I don't know why this is, I'll have to figure out why the words are still there too, but I was like, oh, okay, wait, I can make this work. So far, there's so few people on the server right now that I do have the ability to make it really fair for everybody and just uproot a little bit, move over, and not have to make anybody move and not have to make anybody compromise space, you know. But on my way home, I'm just traveling in this direction, basically. Oh my gosh, the Better Maps mod is just incredible. I'm able to see so many chunks that have been loaded by me. I can actually see, like, the shape of, like, the island of Farrenvale back in the story maps, and also see just how big or small right now the community island is. So, that's a very helpful tool. Thank you, Better Maps, or Better Maps? Thank you, for making that a really, really helpful server tool. I'm gonna get home soon. I'm working out with the server so many little things, and honestly, I'm trying to take breaks where it's fit, because honestly, as I have this huge dream, and I'm the only admin, and that's kind of, that's the way I want it. This is like, this server and the story is like my art baby. So it's like, as much as a lot of people have reached out to want to help with this, and I really, really appreciate it, but it's also a desire to be a solo project, so I want my world to be able to be shared with the people who are interested in this aspect and theme as well. So with that being said, being the only one creating this, it can be incredibly stressful. So features are going to be added slowly, and I said in the beginning of the FarrenVale project in general, I want the mod and server to forever be an ongoing project that's always in development, that never is going to have a final cut, because that's the whole point of it. I want this to be the FarrenVale ethereal realm that forever changes and adheres to betterness, you know? Evolves with you, you know? So I'm very excited about that concept, and I want people to understand, especially going into this project as, you know, a player, a fan, it's never going to have a finished, this is FarrenVale 1.0, the FarrenVale forever. It is a growing, changing aspect of my art and story, and I will elaborate more on that. I did want to ask you guys, I've been getting a lot of questions, people wanting to understand the FarrenVale mod more in depth, what the story and lore is, and I know I have a very hard time sometimes while I'm playing the game explaining some of my visions with it, and I get very vague, and I feel like this kind of confuses a lot of people, the fact that it's such a work-in-progress idea, that I don't have a very stable idea of this is what this project is going to be a year from now, or I can't tell you that. So I want to make it very easy on you guys by trying to make a video soon explaining, answering all the questions I can, in depth, while I can actually have it scripted and think very thoughtfully through the process of, okay, this is exactly what I mean, this is what I'm planning, etc. So please, if you have any and all questions regarding the server or the mod, or they're not a requirement for either, but the server is going to be the best way to experience the mod, because it's going to be able to be thought out with quests and pre-built structures and everything. So that's why I keep including server when I talk about the mod. They're gonna be standalone things, but the best option is the server. But yeah, if you have any questions regarding the FarrenVale project at all, I am collecting responses, I'm collecting information that people are wanting to learn about, and I'm going to be making a video soon talking about those points, and maybe even throwing in some of my own questions out there that I think might be helpful to people. But yeah, please ask, please ask. I learn and understand things much better with specifics, and I have kind of a hard time if somebody's very curious about, oh, the whole project as a total. Then I'm like, it's all these things. It's creatures, and it's crops, and maybe magic someday, but, you know, if you ask a question more like, hey, what is the story based off of? Like, what can I look at for reference to understand the lore of FarrenVale, because I mention it being a story, and it's kind of confusing in this sense, but I could be like, oh, okay, so the FarrenVale story originally was an art story, an art series of mine on my old channel, following the princess, Miss Willow, my character, who adventures in an ethereal realm with dragons, and the villain, Count Talonsworth, who wants to eliminate magical creatures, you know, etc. I could go into all of these specifics, like, what's the plan for... Oh, there's bad guys over there! What's the plan for, the... Do you share what you want to eat? I keep seeing that Hytale has updated, but yet I can't interact with the... What do I do? What do I do? Everything says to hit F, and you'll see the creature's food that they want to eat in a thought bubble. It's not working. maybe I'm missing the mark a little bit. But whoa! I can't focus when I'm fighting some bad guys like that. But yeah, got him. I'm getting a little better with combat. But yeah, basically, like, oh hey, what's the future of magic? What would magic look like? One of the biggest things I think may confuse a lot of people is the fact that I have kind of trained myself to, like, never speak in absolutes. I hate the idea of getting anybody's hopes up on things that I know I'm an amateur with. I know I'm an amateur modder. I know I don't have everything under my belt to promise anything, so I've never really been able to say, this will be what the mod looks like. I will add this feature. I'm always talking kind of like, I can see this in the future, or I'm hoping, I'm aiming for this, and that may seem confusing. That's kind of, this is my explanation for, that's why I sound that way, is because I really, really care not to disappoint anyone if certain features do become really stressful for me as a single, what's the word? Single author. It's, that would not be good. So I say things kind of like, oh hey, this is my vision. I'm working towards this. But, like, again, nothing's ever promised. Well, if that makes all sense. Oh, he's got a bow and arrow. Got him. If that makes any oodles of sense, I'm glad. That's the best way I can explain everything. But yeah, please drop your questions into the comments. I really want to collect these questions. Any questions, anything at all. I really want to know. Alright, I'm gonna chop down some trees and see. Okay, I did make the tree drops. They do break, and I'm warning you, oh my goodness, I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or if Hytale's early access is just a little bugged with trees, but I have been trying to make this tree drop mod, and I do have a tree drop mod branch off on CurseForge, and somebody brought to my attention this morning that it finally broke, and the aspen trees drop oak saplings. I feel so bad about it. I'm really sorry. I have tried making this mod over and over again, and it keeps working perfectly fine. And I'll ship it up, I'll zip up the file, I'll publish it, I'll test it on a new world even, it'll work, the trees will drop the saplings I told them to, and then suddenly, without any changes, something bugs, and trees start dropping oak saplings again. It's like, I've removed oak saplings dropping anything at this point because I thought that would fix it. No. Apparently this is an ongoing problem, and I don't know if it's something I'm doing wrong or if Hytale's just too early access for a feature like that to be really worked through. I don't know what it is, so if you do download my Miss Willow Tree Drops mod, just be aware. I just found out this morning, apparently it's not working correctly for some people. And it definitely was for me. I have the screenshots in that mod, images page, where I'm showing, like, okay, all the different trees, here's screenshots of them dropping the correct things. And then, well, apparently the game just decided, nope, now it's gonna break, even though it was a packaged, shipped up, like, working file. Now it doesn't work. Or at least that tree doesn't work. It seems to switch over from, like, working and not, and working and not, and then everything drops oak saplings, and then suddenly you go back in the game and everything works correctly again. So I really do not have an answer for you guys other than I am so sorry that this is not working. I wish I knew what was going wrong, and I'm going to keep trying to fix this bug and figure out what I'm doing wrong, if it's me. And hopefully, if it's just the mechanic of the game right now, in the early stages, well, I hope that that gets fixed soon. I would love to be able to have tree drops. If worst comes to worst, I want to be able to get saplings easier, but still with a little bit of a grind. So, with that being said, like right now, cedar trees, the same code that I'm using in that mod, the tree drops mod, it's working here for these two types of trees. At least for the moment, and I don't want to jinx it, but it's a feature, I guess, that unfortunately works and then doesn't, and then works and then doesn't. So, I don't feel like it's the right thing to do to continue to remove the mod from CurseForge, but rather I put like a warning on there, like, hey, this has been said to break sometimes, because then the whole project will just be removed, and I think it would make more sense to leave it there and state like the risk that, hey, this may or may not work at times perfectly. Some trees seem a little buggy, but for the most part, if you want some trees, I know that I've had very few problems with the fir trees and the cedar, and the birch, but oh well, eventually I'll hope that that gets sorted out. But, oh, in any case, well, my house here, you see me with tangents. Honestly, my tangents, come here, sorry, my tangents are absolutely insane. He died, and he still went reh. My goodness. Another thing I should work out with the mod. But yeah, you see how my tangents will prevent me from getting to the point sometimes thoughtfully. That's why I need some scripted videos in here. I guess you guys are right sometimes, you know, I should try some different form content here and there. Ooh, I do have some of these logs, so I can fix myself that right there. I need to work on this house phenomenally because it's so unfinished. But I do have the chest locker mod on the server, so people can crouch and then unlock or lock their chest, whitelist people who they want to be able to access their chest. I've got my first FarrenVale bit. I want that to be the big trading, but I'll put some things back. Let's see, I have some expensive items in here, or items I think are really cool. Here we are, just organizing a little bit. Can't hurt. Some logs, sure. I'm gonna cook up some of these mushrooms. I just discovered the mushrooms spread. The mushrooms really do spread. So you can have mushroom farms. You know, I came back to my plot of land here, and there were like 1 million red mushrooms. I love that. So I'm taking like a few mushrooms from here and there that I think are cool around the world, and I'm bringing them back to my base, and it seems like they'll just keep spreading. And they aren't the best food item, but it's a really neat aspect of farming. I really love that about the game. There's so many different variants of mushrooms that look really cool. Mushrooms are really awesome. So right here, where is the border of my world, my chunk here? Okay, so I could build like up to here right now. I'm gonna put a little mushroom there and a little fence post. I'm just gonna see that because I want a couple buildings perhaps. Over here, where does this go to? Let's just take a little peek. Right there. Alright. So I just want to mark off some areas here. Cedar leaves. There is a little issue. I know how to fix this now that I realized it happened, but you can't break leaves. I must have changed that by accident. You can break the tree and the leaves will go away, but if you place leaves, because I made the trees drop a couple of their decor leaf blocks, like for bushes here, no, you cannot break them. So I am going to be working on trying to remember to get rid of that non-breaking feature. I don't think I fully understood what the code was talking about. There we are. I don't know why this one's so little. It did give me a sapling, so maybe the next one will grow bigger. But yeah, just if you're using the FarrenVale mod, the big main one, or yeah, I think also the tree drop mod, careful placing those. You can break them in creative, but I'm working on fixing that in survival. That's something I like being very transparent with everybody, like, oh, okay, this is broken. I don't want to act like my project is just perfect and it can do no wrong, because it can. I am an amateur. I'm still learning, but a furnace. I thought they updated the furnace look. Did they? Is this the updated furnace? Tier 1, where's the tier 2 requirement? I don't know. I don't know if the update actually worked for... Oh, I got all of my little foods here. Nice. And then I'm gonna put some hide to tan in here. And we got some expensive items. We're gonna put those back. Some food. Or, nope, that's weapons. That's stuff. There we are. I'm gonna put, I'm gonna cook up some of the mushrooms. Yes, yes. I'm gonna put some of these in here, just to give myself more room. Put those away. Put the charcoal in. Repair kit is coming with me because I might do a little bit of mining. Some food. Let's see. Where am I gonna put the food? The food. Extra food, maybe I can put in this chest. Food, and eggs, and I'll take some more food with me because, you know, why not? I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna put this little wheaty schmeaty back in the, plop, in the garden area. I have so many oak trees. These were all not meant to be oak trees. Apparently the game just grows like the seed bags, like I tried maple and aspen. They seem to all just grow into oak trees. I could probably override that, but that's, I thought that they would grow the right trees. It's okay, though. It's alright. I still don't have enough for Greater Essence of Life. I really want an apple sapling. Frozen spruce. Alright. There we are, and a wheat. Let's put these back in here. Just got 4 of them. Alright. Missing items? What does it mean? Anyways. I'm gonna go exploring a little bit. Eat something really quick. And I'll find a little cave, maybe. See what I can do about exploration. Here we are. The thing about the server is everything is being tested right now to make sure that things can work nice and fair for everybody. But as it stands right now, okay, if everybody can claim 10 chunks to protect. That's kind of set in stone right now. That's the way it is, which is good. But that does not mean that you guys who are part of the server here are limited to only building in those 10 chunks. You can build outside of it, keeping it relatively small, because, I mean, right now it's not half of an infinite world or whatever, and I want to pretend, because I have a hard time. I put my eggs in, like, one basket. That's just one of the flaws with me, so I assume, okay, hey, what if the server eventually has 100, 200 people playing it who want to share land? Let's keep things relatively small, even though it may look confusing to new players, like, oh, well, why do you want me to keep everything small if there's only 10 people who are part of the server? Well, I'm trying to think about, like, all of the possibilities of the future. Oh, I really need to hold some torches. But that would explain why. I know it seems, like, unfair at the moment. Like, why can't we claim more land? I just don't want to disappoint anyone if the possibility happens where there is a lot of people wanting to play eventually, and then I have to lower chunk claiming rates. It's kind of like if you allow people something very small to begin with, then it stays humble, and it's much better than taking away a privilege, you know? Like, if people get used to... I wouldn't want anybody to get used to, like, let's say people are able to claim 30 chunks of land, and then one day there's tons of players, and then I'm like, oh wait, actually, never mind, let's only do 15. And then everybody would rightfully be very sad about that, and it would seem pretty unfair, so it's just, those 10 chunks can be protected by you. You can build outside of it, but it's not guaranteed protection, even though I do have no griefing rules. Fortunately, that's just the way that things are. there's no, unfortunately, I wish there was a magic way to, like, make sure, okay, well, no one can grief, the world will detect griefing and just immediately stop someone. I wish there was a plugin like that. Oh my gosh, like, if somebody knows of a plugin where it detects, like, oh my gosh, someone's using explosives and, like, have wrecked 100 blocks, and then it kicks them. That would be incredible. Like, kicks them from the server. That would be pretty cool. I don't know if that exists, though. But, I think I'm back at... That's the old spawn. Oh, this is that person's base. Okay. It's so dark. I have a hard time seeing in the dark. Oh my goodness. That's the regular spawn. I'm going back there. Maybe there's a cave somewhere. I know there's caves down there. But I guess part of the stress comes in, well, it's kind of like an exciting stress, because this is a very fun project that I've been wanting to make for years, since hearing about Hytale. So finally it's being able to come into fruition, but it also holds a massive responsibility of, especially being one admin, wanting to solely make this entire project, which I want to be huge. It's hard because it's like, okay, well, right now, because the server's early, now I feel like I have to think about everything that could possibly ever occur that could be a problem, and then fix it now before too many people join in. It's like, oh my gosh, there's so much to do. I'm also trying to make the mod and just play the game, so I rarely play the game, unfortunately. That's something I should really not let myself get in the habit of, is only modding, like only accessing, what is this? Wilderness? What's the purple? Community square. Okay, so I can take that. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm admin and I override like all the claiming and stuff. So I'm like, holy moly, I see particles. I want to be like nice. I don't want to be taking anybody's wheat. Oh my gosh. I'm a nice person. But yeah, that's where my, like, oof comes in. It's like, okay, I gotta think about everything, don't I? Right now, before I could get anybody excited about stuff that won't work in the future, I have to make sure that everything will work for sure, or else it'll be pretty disappointing in the long run. I think that's just kind of my anxiety speaking about it. Oh, these mushrooms go boom. I gotta be very careful. I thought it was goblins setting traps. Me and William were playing this early on in his world, and we're like, oh my gosh, be careful, like the goblins are destroying everything. No, apparently it is just, it's the mushrooms that, whoa, I almost stepped on it. The mushrooms explode. I thought it was like goblin traps. We were so certain that it was goblin traps. setting them up underground or something. Glowing mushroom. I have some glowing mushrooms. I want to leave some. Woo! There he is. Let's get him. Ah! Oh my gosh, one shot. Gotcha. So sorry, Goblin, but we all want to live. Gosh, Hytale mining is so satisfying. I love it. I love it so much. Here we are. Collect some of those. Ooh! What do I hear? I'm hearing things. Things doing, like, uh-ohs. I hear, like, growling. Ooh, I don't want to be digging straight down. To be very careful about that. I make a lot of mistakes. Getting a little overzealous. Woohoo! Mining is fun. So satisfying. Oh my gosh. Hytale. Why? Why do they know, like, oh, how to make a game so incredibly... It's cartoon, but it's, like, lifelike to me, personally, in a sense where, like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm in another universe in real life, even though it's cartoon. I'm like, okay. I'm gonna go visit the world of Hytale for a little while, and I feel like it is not, like, real. Like, I understand it's not real, but it's real in a sense to me. Like, if you could imagine remnants of thought, like something you've created. Ooh! There's a lot of guys. I can't see. Oh! Oh! And the rat, I can't see. Did I get him? I think I got him. I can't see anything. It's like if you think that you brought something into creation through imagination, like how, like, Winnie the Pooh is real in his own realm. Like, I feel like Hytale is real in its own realm, that it was created in an imaginary world, that it brings true emotion and entertainment to real people. I have some very goofy beliefs about some stuff, but like, I believe Hytale and everything is real in some way. Like the realm of thought. Like, that's part of the idea of FarrenVale, is an ethereal realm based around it's a dream, kind of. It's not our physical realm, and it's fake in the sense where it's a story, but, like, in the same sense you could think everything's a story, or all stories. I don't know, I'm getting way too philosophical about this. Oh my gosh, I don't know if anyone will understand what I'm saying, so... Oopsies. Like, it's not real. It's understandably not real, but it's a reality. A reality in quotations. Oh! Did I get him? I did get him. Oh, we're entering a spider realm. I gotta be careful. I almost said I gotta be spooky. Oh boy. What do we do? Ooh! Ooh! Miss Willow! Holy mackerel! You almost just fell in the... Oh, no. Oh, I gotta be careful of that. I don't like that just happened. Almost happened. Speaking of it, in past tense of the worst case scenario happening. Holy moly. Oh, that's dangerous. Someone's gotta fill that in. Let's see. Do I make it down there? How much armor do I have? I never get good. I never get good. There's that little happy iron over here that, oh, I can just be happy taking. Let's see. Very happy? Yeah? Uh-oh. Woohoo! Let's get this done. Let's see. I almost live streamed this today, but I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm feeling it. I feel so inspired to make a Hytale video that isn't a modding tutorial. I know that's really fun, but it's like I just want to play the game right now. Oh! He ran away from me. Where am I? Oh, that goes down deep too. It's all spooky. How do I make my way back up? Oh, this is where this poison spider! Careful, Miss Willow, careful. Poison spiders. Ah, there's more poison spider! Oh my gosh. I'm doomed. I am doomed. There's a poison spider. I came across the venom of a poison spider once, and I never want to do it again. Oh, okay. found more iron. Maybe I should just dig straight up and get out of here, because I'm not OP at all. Stressful in the caves. Oh, gotta watch my back. Rats are gonna be spawning. They're gonna be like, ah, we got you. You don't see me. There's more explosive cave. I don't know where I am. I lost the way. I missed the mark. Oh. Got that one. I can't lose any of this iron. I need repair kits, and repair kits now. I brought one with me because I knew that my pickaxe is going to get depleted in an excavation like this. Also, if anybody knows of a ore regen mod, please tell me. I really, really need it for the server immediately. Iron pickaxe. There we go. I seriously need that. If no one's made that, I'm going to try to find some way of regenerating materials like that, because I know I have a whole community mining district now on the server, and it's like, oh, I want it to be fair even for the admin. I know, like, it feels very weird if I go in and I'm like, I said, like, okay, well, for new players and such, if everything starts getting really depleted, I'll go in and I'll, like, add some stuff back so that everybody can have the same experience. First off, I don't want to have to do that all the time. It's not very feasible, but at the same time, I would feel like absolute garbage enjoying that mine as well, knowing that I placed stuff. It gets rid of kind of a fun aspect. So if anybody knows of a plugin or anything that's like, oh yeah, or regens after 10 days or something, please tell me, please, if somebody knows how to make that. Oh my gosh, I would love that. Oh, he's throwing some. Do I have a bow and arrow? I do have arrows. Let's see. Can I get it? Oh, let's no, don't get me. Ah! You have a projectile weapon. I've got a projectile weapon. I'm going in here. Bye. Opening the high roll chest. Essence of life. Take that. Take that with me. I like the chest. Haha, now I got 2 gold chests. Woohoo! Yeah. Oh, there's another one. That's not a trap, right? Wait, whoa, gold ore. Vegetable skewer. Never had a gold ore. Oh. Like, if no one's able to... Oh, overgrown temple chest. I didn't even see that one there. Whoa, this is awesome. But no, like, if no one knows how to make that mod and won't make that mod, I'll be trying to make that mod. I know that something's going to come out of here. What happens if I open it? I thought there was going to be a creep. Oh? Yeah, I knew there was going to be a creepy. No. Whoa, why is he strong? I got him. Okay. But yeah, I desperately need that for the server, for the sake of everyone. Alright, I'm out of here. That was an interesting dungeon. But I'll be trying to figure out how I can even try and do that myself if I can't find anything. Otherwise, I'll try for an aspect similar. I know I can obviously make merchants and trading for stuff, but the physical activity of mining and going in the cave and exploring, that's a whole nother story itself that you just can't take away from. You don't want to eliminate that. It'll be boring if you just make everything purchasable, you know? At least that's my opinion. There's no grind, so... If I can do some feature, I know this is not in Hytale World Gen V2. This server's V1. I know, I looked up briefly how to do this, and it mentioned that using the nodes, but I don't know if I can do that now. I mean, this is a saved server on V1. Maybe that doesn't matter. Alrighty. More iron. Oh my gosh, how much iron did I probably have a lot. I'm gonna have to get out of this cave soon. But did I get another pick? I did get another emergency pickaxe from that chest. So I should be all good. Oh, there's more Hyrule chests up there. Alright, wait, whoa. Hey. No, rat. I got more hide? Let's see. Up there. There's something I want. What is this? Oh, he just has the spikes sitting there. What is he thinking? These goblin dudes, they don't understand basic protecting of their fortress. Corn seeds! Haha! Yes, I will take the corn seed. Of course. Yes. Take that. I saw a Hyrule chest. Where is it? Can I take the spikes? I can take the spikes. Yes. All of them? Some of them? Most of them? Oh, this floating coffin! That's absurd. Oh, this trap! Like, it goes way down. I do not want to fall. Oh, Miss Willow, be very careful. This is terrifying. There's the chest. Alright. Carrot seeds. We got all this essence. I don't need the pebble. I don't need a plant fiber. Nope. Lesser health potion. What can I get rid of? Oh, nope. I'll take the stick. Burnt dirt. Nah, I don't need burnt dirt. Let's take it. Let's take the chest. Hyrule chest. Woohoo! Oh, that was... Oh, I thought that went down to the lava. I was like, ah, that was close. I'm so lucky. Let's see. What do we have? Basalt. Cobble. And we build up. We get ourselves out of here. Alright, let's... Ooh, in here. Build up. And then we can see. And then we. And then build up. Where am I on the map? Oh, I'm just near the community island. Not bad. Alright, I thought I just ended up so far away. Alright. Build up. Hopefully it's not that far. Ooh, where's this? There's a cave here. Interesting. Maybe I don't need to keep building up. Maybe I'll find some cool loot here. Get out of here, rat! Got him. Huh. Yeah, the cave just seems to go down. And all around. There's more spider stuff. Oh no, I want to get away from the spider. We can't have the venom spiders. No poison spiders. Not right now. It's absurd. Alright. I'm gonna keep trying to escape here. There's no way I am letting myself get killed by a cave spider if I have 25, 50, 75, nearly 100 iron. No way. It's not happening. Alright. This is too valuable. Alright, and then I build up. And then I break out of here. Break out of here. And then I break out of here. Huh. Thank goodness it's like daylight. Let's see. And I just cover that up. Woohoo! We did it. We did it. We did it. Oh, how beautiful. Oh, the pink sky in Hytale is so gorgeous. I am in love. Look at this. Oh, look at this area. This is... Oh, wait. Before the light changes... Before the light changes... I want this to be like the thumbnail. Gotta take a picture of that. And a picture of that. And a picture of that. Absolutely. Oh, yes! We did it! And I think we finally might have... Oh, we definitely have enough Essence of Life to get the, what is it? Apple tree. We can have an apple tree in our land. Here we are. Wild Griffling! Woohoo! Let's go home. Well, anyways, guys. Oh, I gotta start dinner very soon. So, I've gots to go. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of FarrenVale Hytale. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!